Okay, so today we're diving into one of the wildest, most intense infiltration missions I've ever seen caught on video. This is the real first-person story of what it actually takes to sneak onto one of the most notorious and, heavily guarded private islands on the entire planet.
Yeah, that quote right there, that's where this story ends up. It drops us right into the middle of the chaos. But to really get how he ended up literally running for his life on this island, we gotta back up and see how this whole crazy mission even started.
So first things first, the mission. The biggest problem right off the bat was, how do you even get close to an island that has a reputation for intense, and let's be honest, probably violent security? Well, the whole thing had to kick off with a really clever and kind of simple cover story.
I mean, seriously, think about that. When the people who live there tell you, point blank, they'll shoot us, you know you're not planning a normal vacation. The problem was crystal clear. How do you approach this place without setting off every alarm bell and getting let's just say, a very dangerous response?
And here's the solution they came up with. A pretty brilliant, but definitely high-risk cover story. The plan was basically to act like a couple of clueless, goofy tourists. Rent some jet skis, ask the locals for recommendations, and then just happen to head straight for the target island. The entire plan, the whole gamble, hinged on one single thing: looking totally, completely harmless. Okay, so once they were actually in the water and circling the island, the mission changed. It became all about surveillance. And almost immediately, the whole idea that this place was just abandoned and empty, that fell apart completely.
The signs of life were everywhere, and they saw them right away. You got no trespassing signs, a security boat literally patrolling the water, a golf cart zipping around on the island, and they spotted at least 4 people and a dog. So yeah, this was not some forgotten relic. It was a very active site. Which led to the next big question. Who in the world are these people?
And this is where it gets even weirder. See, the island is publicly for sale. It's listed by the Epstein estate for a mind-boggling $125 million. And knowing that little fact makes what comes next even more confusing.
Right? I mean, think about it. If you're trying to sell a piece of property, sure, you might have a caretaker or two, but this level of security, it suggests something else entirely. What could possibly be on that island that needs this much protection, even today?
So to get a closer look without actually stepping foot on the island, they did the smart thing. They sent up a drone. It's a classic recon move, right? Get your eyes on the target, see what the risks are from a safe distance before you even think about moving in. But then, something really strange happened. As the drone got closer to that weird temple structure on the hill, the video feed just started to glitch out and die. And it didn't seem like just a bad connection. No, it felt like the signal was being actively jammed. It hinted that there was some kind of counter-surveillance technology on the ground. And despite the glitching, the drone footage they did get was unbelievable. It showed that someone was actively changing the island. The temple's well-known blue and gold pattern, gone, painted over with a harsh, sterile white. And that huge sundial that used to be right next to it, it had been totally removed. This was hard proof that somebody was trying to erase what this island looked like. So, with the drone confirming that there was suspicious activity and that someone was actively altering the site, the decision was made. Just watching from a distance wasn't going to cut it. It was time to actually go ashore and see that temple for themselves. And that quote really tells you everything about their mindset at this point. This wasn't a casual little adventure anymore, it was a full-on infiltration. They'd seen security, they knew they were being watched, but they were committed. They were going to get on that island and get to that temple. And this was not going to be an easy stroll. To stay off the main roads where security was driving around, the plan was to literally scale a steep cliff face. It was an absolutely brutal physical climb, but it was their best shot at staying hidden before making that final desperate run to the temple. When he finally got there, the whole scene was just eerie. The main entrance was completely boarded up with wood. The fresh white paint and a ladder left behind just confirmed that work had been done recently. But it was the other stuff, like a bonfire pit and all these weirdly placed benches, that just made the whole mystery of what went on here even deeper. So he did it. He got the footage, he saw the temple up close. But, getting on the island was only half the battle. Now he had to get off. And, well, his luck was just about to run out.
And that's it. That's the moment it all goes sideways. He's been spotted.
Any idea of being stealthy is gone. The mission instantly flips from infiltration to a flat-out, frantic escape as security starts closing in on him.
The whole escape was just pure chaos. You've got security in a golf cart screaming at him. He is just sprinting full speed away from that temple. Meanwhile, his partner is racing in on the jet ski to pull off this water extraction. It all ends with him making a desperate dash for the edge of a cliff, just hoping his ride gets there in time.
That's what he yelled, a triumphant shout the second he got back on the jet ski. And it's a defiant question just screamed back at the island's security. He got away, he got the footage, but his question just hangs in the air. What are you hiding?
But the story doesn't quite end there. As they're racing back to the airport, this final, chilling thought starts to creep in. Was that car behind them just some random person? A coincidence? Or did they take the island's secrets and its security with them? And that is a question that was left unanswered.